It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we've got the Panthers, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Panthers and the Titans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now, faking the give. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the 6-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Now, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. You wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Slides extra point, up and good. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. this defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Titan first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. 2nd down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Catch made there by Burks. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down for Tennessee.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Back to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be taken down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time?
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by their rookie corner.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going right sideline and complete. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tight end on the move left. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
A 49-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Panthers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Up the middle they go. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. are through one. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Lutz's kick is good. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And a milestone grab. Not just a first down, but catch number 100 on the year.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Carolina. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. He's got it. That's Burks. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's third and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Quick throw, taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Now a handoff running right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
They send the tight end in motion.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will start on the ground. A short gain there to about the 22. 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Titans' 37-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that screen slow to develop, and They rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Titans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Here's a run going left. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season. They'll look to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Titans offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Catch made there by Burks. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Titans first down.
He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here's 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Run a little inside draw with their fullback. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. Jonathan Taylor, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jerome Ford with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucks at home in Tampa. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. The Pats showed flashes this year, but ultimately they were doomed by too many mistakes. Though a victory there will end their season at 8-9. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, they're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. A pass taken in by Watson. 2nd and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught, left side, it's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. Progression to his check down. He ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this
The Titans sending out their punt. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still first
far,
down.
and it draws the flag. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got a man. That's Watson. It's a gain of 12 there. First down for Tennessee.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Panthers will take over possession here at the 44.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He runs with it, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. 2nd down and 3. Now a give up the middle, and nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now a 3rd and 2. Will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down. They'll try the right side this time. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the toss, they'll run. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Give on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On second down, they'll run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. We're about ready now for the punt. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much room to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. They'll run on second down. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll try to run with their fullback. And a short pickup there to about the 18. So second down, and they'll run it. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A run on 1st and goal. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Sly's kick is good. And the Panthers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 3rd and 2. That's taken in by Burks. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. That's caught down the field is Burks. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Back to the air one more time. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They'll throw now, 3rd and forever. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. And they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners, as we say so long from Uptown Charlotte.